Alright, YouTubers, got another case in. This is by these guys, Korean company that a lot of times they manufacture stuff in China. And this is the Cronos 750 model. It says cascading mesh design is applied to a modern hairline design, making both cooling and design perfect. It's a mid-tower case. Not a whole lot of information on that side. Let's see if there's anything over here. No. So we'll have to get this open. So this item did make it to Africa. We'll see if it got destroyed along the way. Obviously China to the US and now here. So hopefully it has stayed together. Now, if I remember, I got one of these that has RGB in it. This was only like 50, low 50s. Not quite as good a deal as the Deep Cool Matrix 50, but you know, something different. And now whether this will make it back to Virginia with me or not, it's another story. We'll see. Might have to sell it before I leave here. Alright, so got out of the box. Styrofoam busted up all over the place. But so this has a magnetic vent on it covering this grill to help keep the dust out. That's a nice feature. So we're looking at the top first here. We have power button, LED, HDD lights there, or power LED and HDD light. Then we have a looks to be a reset switch, the LED for the RGB stuff, USB 3.0, 2.0, a mic jack, and headphone on the top. Somewhere in here, I believe, is the light strip, assuming there is one, which, you know, is why that button's there, right? Now let's look at the back. You do get a fan, looks to be a 80 millimeter. There's the opening for your I/O shield from your motherboard. You have 7 PCIe expansion slots. This is basically the setup in this one to get the get access to those, and these would appear to be the type that you will use cyclic stress to break off. Spot for your ATX power supply. So this has got some decent width to it, folks. You know, a lot of cases I'll build with are, to be honest with you, kind of disappointing from aspects of width, height, and length of them, but this one looks like it's going to be pretty good. So you got some venting over on this side and a little venting here. Now let me flip this over so you can see the bottom. Here's the bottom. There's another vent there. Fan will be pushing out air underneath. It has these feet on it, which luckily are intact. These are, you know, kind of thing, made out of plastic. Potential to break, but they look pretty good. Now what you're going to do to open this, you're going to put your hand in here, your fingers, and basically pull it this way away from it, and that'll pop that off. Now be careful that you if there's any wiring in there, that you do not rip that out. So basically, like I said, I'm going to stick my fingers in here, and then I would put one hand back here on the back side and pop this off. Okay, so boom. Oh, look at that. So it's off. Alright, so this one actually doesn't have any connectors. They put the power button further back. So being that this is a bigger case, they were able to do that. You can see some of the venting, and that's about it. So this one does not have as good of airflow as the 650 model does, folks. Now for your case fans, you're going to have them on the inside, right? Now a lot of times I sit here and I ponder, which side of this does it go on? This is pretty deep, but you'll want to have the fans on the other side so you can screw them in from this side, right? The screws will go through the slot and into the hole. So you can get 3 120s in there, it looks like. Maybe 3 140s, actually. The outside hole's 140, inside hole 120. So you can see that. This appears to be an access point for a drive, I would think. Let's go ahead and get the front off. Excuse me. To get the left-hand access panel off, you're going to remove this and that off the back. Alright, so that's what it looks like. We'll flip this over for y'all so it's oriented in the right direction. So you can see the power supply, the front of it should be able to tell which power supply. I like that in the case. You know, the fact that I have so many power supplies, so many computers, I like to be able to see which power supply is in which one in case I need to remove it. You've got a cutout here for the CPU cooler in case you put it on after the fact. Let's say you start with the Intel CPU cooler and you want to put a bigger one on. You should be able to leave your motherboard in and remove it. And this gives you a good idea how deep this cavity is on that right hand access panel. So that's pretty nice, folks. Got spots over here for drives, looks like on the opposite side. And so go ahead and take the back off now. These screws here, these guys, you can twist those off with your hand. If not, you can use a Phillips on it. And interesting, this is a little more difficult to get off than most of these. There we go. Alright, so that's what it looks like on this side. You do get a bag of hardware here. Still have your standard stuff in here. The screws to mount the motherboard. Probably a PC speaker in there as well. Connectors. Got the standard stuff, USB 3.0. One of these is HD audio, the other is USB 2.0. And then you've got your other front panel connectors here. You'll have HDD, your power LED, your reset switch, and your power switch will be in those, okay? The fan, this is nice. It's 3-pin or Molex, okay? So that's always a good thing. Now this may be, if I remember correctly, this is the actual part of this that changes color, if I remember correctly. But I will have to refer back to the manual, folks. Alright, so I saw nothing in here about the lights, so maybe this is not really much of an RGB setup. We'll see. I'll leave some notes down below, hopefully, once I figure it out. Here's the hardware that comes in the bag, just so you know. But hey, folks, that's going to do it. I'll try and do, you know, a build, maybe a partial build with this, and at least another video on how to install a front fan. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.